Some of you have a curse. Usually, we all have a curse, and those curses, they are lasting with us as long as we are attached to something called the ego mind. Now, I'm going to pull out 6 curses, and I'm going to pull out 6 witches familiars, which you might or could have fun with using, and other cards to see how you can eliminate this curse. And yeah, there is one here that is probably one of they're harmful. And so when I experience things, when you have a curse, and when you have your attachment to your ego mind, or the false self is too strong, simply because of there are too many attacks, you get too many broken spiritual bones, you are going to have to defend yourself. I have knives, I have all sorts of weapons, and I have hands, and the other day someone came and they threw curses at me. Now, what is a curse? You can decide for yourself what a curse is, but one type of curse is when they are throwing extremely negative energies towards you, and you are going from being high vibrant, going down the drain, and yearning to commit suicide or do something exceptionally stupid, or you're harming yourself. You keep harming yourself because they are pushing this ball, and the ball keeps rolling because this is how you grew up. This is your brainwashing. So we are going to find out what kind of curses that we might be dealing with, what to do with them. And I don't like the word prayer, because none of us are praised. That's another word which is cursed, actually. So let's just get started and have a look. So you might recognize yourself within the curse, and you will say, okay, that one is me. That one is me. So these are the Goetia. We have Goetia in darkness here, which are esoteric, and we have regular Goetia here. Those are the opposition of the Shem HaMepharash, which are the 72 names of God. So the first curse is 7 of Swords. It's given to you by someone who are exceptionally sneaky. It is number 72, so they might actually have a high rank. They might be someone who come out as, they could even be a police officer, because they put thieves into jail and reveals things that's been stolen. But what they do not know is that they are attached very hardcore to the ego mind, in opposition to, I don't know what this newbie or amateur was thinking when they drew this demon, because the demon is enlightened. The demon is enlightened. He's got wings. The crown chakra is open. He's got two scepters with the kundalini. So I don't know what they are thinking, but let's give a fuck about that. Excuse my language. As you can hear, I also have my curse is still stuck. So the first curse is Seven of Swords. You have, like we simply talked to you, I talked to you about just now, a small announcement. Someone around you are a sneaky little bitch, and we are going to see who they are and the solution, what you can do about it. So obviously we cannot use a Celtic cross on all of these. That will be a little bit much. Okay, some of you are dealing with the Scorpio. And there is a group of people here who are slandering, who are saying shitty things. They have joined up with the Scorpion. And the Scorpion have seen you as a target. Now, interesting enough, most of the people who are attached to this channel are Scorpios. So, Crosswatcher, if you are one of those who are cursing, telling people to blah 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 blah, yeah, well, let's have it now. Let's see. We also have Seven of Coins. So this individual is someone who might be very patient. Let's leave you for later, shall we? Someone who's very patient. This is someone who are very abundant. They have absolutely everything they need. But there is something about you that makes them want to harm you. For that reason, I leave that to you. They might deal with black magic. Snake is a symbol for black magic, and everyone here who are in one of these might be dealing with black magic. But we have also the lady here in reversed, which is the High Priestess in reversed. That is in this case, not in all cases, sometimes, but in this case, it is a black magician. So we are going to give you a familiar that you can work with. They have energies, you can meditate on the energies, and you can visualize that they are removing the curse from you, and you will have to, now listen closely, you will have to imagine yourself that you already are at peace and that you have a globe around you. I am going to do the same when I'm done with this, and well, it's not an apartment I have to clean and pack. It's a mansion. I should say I have a lot to pack. So we are going to give you a familiar to work with. So this is a lizard. This is about survival. So the first thing I get here is that you have a group of people. They like to party, they like to have fun, they like their vicious words are joining them. They might have work kind of jobs that are, you know, they pay okay, and well, not well enough. The Horned God is going to be with us today because he's going to help. So 7 of Swords here. This is about survival, and it might put you in a survival mode where you feel that you constantly have to defend yourself. You constantly you feel afraid of running out of money. You feel afraid of losing your wealth, etc., etc. It could be that someone has stolen something from you. They have been lying to you. I also see malicious words. And let's see if this, I think this is also all Norman cards, if they can come with one solution for you. You need to go out of the survival mind, okay? Because you can't die. And since we are here in a reptile mind, go watch Samhaji, the movie, okay? So let's see. Let's give you a card that can remove the curse. Remove the curse. Yeah. Someone here have been stealing from you. That's really thieves. I'll use the Norman books, like just in case. There is a woman here. She could be from a culture which is more exotic. For those of you who got pale asses out there. We also have someone who are exceptionally immature. Your healing here is the bear and the stars. Okay. And they are ending up beside each other. Let's see if we can see. This is the house of stubbornness and situation where you will find no joy in trying to dissuade somebody to change their mind. It is a position of power. So if your card, gentlemen or ladies, sits in this house, you are actually in the best position if you use your power wisely. You could look at the card in the house of the moon to see how you will be best seen by others and use your powers in this way. Now, we haven't planted it in any house. This is where I am now in the training section. But here, you're not just given a familiar. You are given a, just not even bees. This beetle also with very large claws, and this bear to defend these lower instincts. And the stars is about creation. This is the house of beginnings and endings. With the death of a star comes great brilliance. The card here in this house shows where you can find your way, particularly when compared with the card in the house of the ways. So again, I don't have a lot of clue when it comes to the houses. I know what they mean about the houses, but I'm still in that. How do you explain that? You know, so that was number one. That was 7 of Swords, and getting rid of the 7 of Swords. Go find a mantra. There are plenty of mantras, Indian mantra, that you can just Google remove curse. Kali mantras, Shiva mantras are one of, and even Ganesha are one of those that the gods and lower demons, they don't mess with these deities. Okay. So, I'm not sure I have time to walk through all the curses. but I'll do my best. If I do not have time for it, it's simply not meant to be. Of course, I forgot to find the curse alone. So show me the curse. Show me the curse for group number 2. Show me the curse. Show me the curse for group number 2. The curse here is the Fool, and it could be a Scorpio that is the same kind of Scorpio who is behind the curse. It is someone who simply likes to make fun of you, ridiculing you behind your back, and for some reason maybe you don't understand why people are jiggling when you're coming. It could make you very insecure. This could have happened when you were a child, so the curse might be very, very old, and therefore you haven't done too much about it except trying to be adult, grow up. I have this curse. I have the other curse too. So, and most of us, we actually do share a lot of these curses. So give me one more, please. Show me one more. And they are made by like this Scorpio here. This is people who are full of hate. They could be themselves abused by their own parents, and so they find relief in abusing other people. So these are sweet ones. We are also going to find you a familiar. And we have the Goat, potency, Capricorn energy. So sweet. Meditate on the Goat. Meditate on potency, what the Goat actually can do. They are mountain climbers. In this case, we are dealing with warrior people, people who are exceptionally aggressive in general. I get this butch. Oh my God. You know, making fun of homosexuals, El Señor de Cetros. This is someone, you know, they go to the gym, they do some kind of martial arts, like the cheap type of martial art, like kickboxing. I know I'm going to get my ass kicked by saying that, but it's not my opinion, it's an observation. That does not mean you're not a good fighter just because, you know, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's a very cheap martial art, and I can prove it. We also have a magician here, someone who they are. They could actually be real life Gothics. I don't see them hanging out with these guys. This is someone who are trying to manifest even more shit, an even larger shit fest on your behalf, group number 2. So all of these can resonate, but so you know. So what can the goat do? Well, I think we're going to have to do more than just find a goat in this case. We also have angels here, but I can't be bothered digging down. Let's see. Yeah. This is someone who are so full of rage, they don't see things clear, basically. They are also angry because of there is some jealousy attached to this, so they are trying to make revenge because of this, and they are trying to create drama as a result of you being together with someone that they are in love with. They want to have the victory, basically. They're trying to have a victory, but the anger, this is someone who are very intelligent. They perhaps are multi-linguistic. They causes earthquakes when they get, you see the guys in Trainspotting when he gets his flip through whatever, he's flipping. They do have some wonderful abilities, but they have chosen to use them due to jealousy. And there are also other people here who they are not sweet. they are not sweet. So let's see. Let's use. I have another type of Lenormand cards here, which are far more colorful. That can help remove the curse. So this is very, very pure female energy. She's also the Queen of Swords. You don't have to agree with me, but right now she is the Queen of Swords. There is a funeral here. It's something that this woman, the Queen of Swords, can do to make this stop. The danger here is that if you don't make this stop, the funeral might be an actual fact. Because it's easy to sit here and pretend people don't kill themselves, people don't die from diseases, people don't die from illnesses and starvation, accidents, old age, all these things. I have witnessing, I can tell you as far that I know, it is fully possible to do a type of black magic that can kill someone. So what you need to do now is to study the energy of the Queen of Swords, also the goat. The goat could be the devil in the tarot card. So there is this very famous speaker. I always know his name until I have to say it out loud. He says that be comfortable with your inner sociopath. That does not mean that you're going to do sociopathic things and think, hate and do all these things. But you need to be comfortable with your shadow side. And you cannot have any fear of these guys, because they can smell it. So your eyes, they cannot flicker. Your spine need to be straight, and you need to raise your sword. And whenever they laugh, you can ignore them. That's one thing you can do. You have 4 or 5 elements you can use, which we use in Ninjutsu, how to handle this kind of people. You can ignore them. If you're a woman, you can certainly go towards them and look at them, because there are very few people who wants to smack a woman down. And also if it's in public, there are also very few people who wants to smack anyone, because they will end in jail or in court. So if they're going to do you anything, are you afraid of this magic? Well, there are ways for you to protect yourself. And one is to relax, go out of the ego mind and create that protection shield. And also we have angels, we have angels. I love that word. Angels, there are energies around you that all the time wants to protect you. Here we have Archangel Gabriel, so I think I'm going to use a little bit of those cards for those of you who feel you need to call someone or something outside of you in order to take care of that kind of business. Because black magic is very real, and sometimes we simply just call it, oh, that was just an insult. Once upon a time, talking like we do today was casting magic. That was magic. Today it is talking. And yet you can go to someone, say the right words to the correct person, and next day they're dead. Their heart could have stopped, they couldn't take it. Or they could have ended it themselves. Now, where did you go? Where did you go? Okay, so we have room for one more group, group number 3. We are going to check what kind of curse you have. And note, if you do not feel you have any curse, that it's all good, do not watch this unless you know someone that this can help. But someone have a curse where they never, I know someone who are exactly like this. They never go out, they don't shave, they barely shower. You can call it a curse, you can call it whatever you like, but it's not a constructive thing. Okay, so apparently, according to themselves, this happened because of this and this happened when they were children, but they're not doing anything about it. That alone is a curse. Moloch, the devil, I don't know how they Moloch is an ancient god that was worshipped by the Canaanites, where they sacrificed children, burning them alive. So in this case, this can be something that goes so far back because we live many lives and they are parallel. We live parallel lives. So this can be a life that you are living right now in your past, which is affecting you, which could be the reason for you being now like that. Amon, 2 of coins. I don't see, this is someone who constantly, they never get where, because of some kind of curse here, they never get where they want to go. They never get to do what they want to do. Because they always only have the 2 of coins. They never get to the 3, they never get to the 4 of coins. They always struggle, they have food, but that's it, Always the struggle with trying to find out how to get more money. And they're sitting home inside and they are falling apart, and that poor Brokeback Mount there. And what sacrificing children has to do with this, well, I just told you. It can be a previous life. They can also be, some of you could actually be connected to family of groups, people who still practice this tradition to this very day. Canaanites are very much alive. So, okay, we have someone here who are trying to remove themselves from you, or the other way around. You try to get away from someone, but it's difficult. It can have something to do with codependency. 9 of coins in reverse here. Yeah. There is a secret society connected to some of you, and well, this secret society are exactly the ones I talked about, who sacrifice children, humans, and some of you could be married into a family like this. I see they go all the way to Egypt. On the front, they can come out as philanthropic, like, oh, we are the ones who, we are so generous, we are the nicest people on earth, and we do not see what is going behind the doors. And you can say whatever you want, but exceptionally amazing, horrible, incredible things that you can't even think about are going on in the world. So group number 3, here is your guardian. Here's your guardian. It is a black hound. And so this is the dog that you can visualize, call upon. And meditate. And again, you need to call upon your angels. There is something here about death, something that needs to stop now. There could also be a lot of death connected to the entire scenario in this situation. We have a king, we have a Taurus here. There might be a Taurus that you know who is very sweet and nice. Still, we have this issue with you, with someone here who are playing with 2 of coins, who can't get any further than the 2 of coins. We have 2 angels here that you can summon for those of you, because we grew up as Christians. To many it is easier to shout for Jesus or angels, and I respect that. This one is Temperance, and also known as Archangel Zadkiel. Also remember the Indian mantras. So we're going to do one more and then we're going to be done. Ego is actually the devil, and in order to push this back, this card tells you to summon Archangel Jophiel. I never heard about him. So that was that one. One more, and then I have to continue with my being the house bee. Not so long till. If you guys know how can I say, without sounding so negative? You sound so negative. How exhausted I am by the thought of traveling again. To Norway, not so much, no, but travel again. Travel again. I'm surprised I haven't collapsed yet. You know, we Scorpios, we last forever. So last group, last group, the curse of the last group, and what you need to do. I could tell you Om Namah Shivaya, or do a Kali mantra, Jai Mata Kali. I could tell you to say Om Shri Ganesaya Namah, but I want you to find out a mantra that is fitting for you. And also for those of you who are connected to a Christian community or something like that, the Archangel are more, I'm sure they're more than good enough. And having a familiar, like a spirit dog, I call them tulpas, more than enough. Okay, oh yeah, okay. So the magician, we have Baphomet here, my favorite demon. I was going to tattoo him, but where I was, turns out they love Jesus. So I never got the tattoo. Damn it. Six of Swords. So this demon can have something to do with some of you having issues with getting a peace of mind, basically. Three of Coins, some of you have issues getting a job. Some of you constantly are in a position where you need to sacrifice yourself in order to please other people, basically people pleasing curse. Maybe mom and dad and your siblings are like, hey loser, do that. If not, I'll find my leather belt. And we have a beautiful phoenix there. And that ain't a curse, that's Queen of Cups. So I can't see why they put her, why they put a phoenix like that's a demon, but it is a Canaanite phenomena. So in this case, the phoenix alone here is enough. You don't need any angel if you can see yourself as the phoenix. Okay, so let's find out what kind of jerks who have been influencing your life to create such disturbance for you. Kind of jerks. I was listening. I was living with a couple of females 2 years ago. Every day they would shout, "Jeg vil dø! Jeg vil dø!" It's Bergen. They were from Bergen in Norway. It means I want to die. I want to die. I want to die. I want to die. Every day I had to listen to "Jeg vil dø! Jeg hater livet!" And they had an apartment. They did not have a lot of money. They certainly not more money than me. Well, I think we're pretty, whatever, you know. They had a big TV. They had food. They had so much weed. I think, you know, they were smoking a mountain there now and then. But when you are shouting, "I want to die, I want to die, my life sucks, everything is so unfair, everyone hates me," you are cursing yourself, you're cursing your own life. And if you have that kind of mentality, I can't help you. I lived with these people because of the pandemic for a few months. Of course, in the end, it had to go very, very wrong. So yeah, I was attacked, I packed my things, and I was cursed for a long time through harassment, through lies, through this, through that. And to this very day, I am the bad guy and they still probably won't die. I'm sorry. It's not funny, you know. We have 4 of Wands here. There are fire signs here. They like to party a lot. I'm not talking about the people I just talked about. But someone here likes to party a lot. There is someone here who needs to make a choice. It could be you. Group number 4? Whatever. last group. We have Queen of Wands here. This is Aries energy, and when Aries go havoc, they are awful. I was attacked by an Aries woman here just this week. I've told the story 100 times, and the things that she would tell me cursed me in such a degree that I went from coming here very, very happy into becoming suicidal, literally, in a few minutes. What she did, what she said, and she don't know it, but she is a witch. She is a witch. But she doesn't. She says she's got powers to see what people do. Apparently, she saw me robbing someone's apartment, her son's apartment. So she needs to practice a little more. She needs to chill a little bit, right? But we have the Kabbalistic tree, and on one side there is love, on the other side there is judgment. I was loved by her until, in her eyes, I was the bad guy in her son's life. And that gave her the right to curse me because that's what you do. That's what you do when you are walking around saying nasty things about people, and especially when they're not even true. And there are, especially when you can't, there are two sides to the story, two knives. There are more than one side to the story. But she got her will. I'm now packing my bags, and because her son, he is a beautiful person. He is a beautiful person, and he's such a wonderful individual that he deserves a golden statue in New York. That's how wonderful he is. I've never met someone who are, he has his sides that, like he's got his human sides, but thanks to his son, I also have resources to get away from here. But what she did there, and this is what people don't know, was practicing witchcraft. So the words we speak, they are pushing certain buttons in you, and when they are pushing the correct buttons, because your entire life have been the bad guys, because you were simply just born into the wrong family, right? And only those few words she needed to tell me, and it's not, if I were her daughter, the situation would have been turned around. Then he would be the one who got the curse. Then him, So 3 times I tried to end it. That is how powerful she is actually as a witch. But she wasn't powerful enough to make me bend down to the floor, but she was powerful enough to activate an ancient programware that's been gone for the system for a very, very long time in my astral body, or in my spiritual computer, or my mind, right? She was powerful enough to push those buttons. And if I was not protected, I am protected by things that make dragons look like insects, I would not sit here now. 3 times. 4 times, I'm still trying my best to work myself out from it, But it wouldn't have worked if I already wasn't broken in one way or another, and it does not make her stronger than me. I did look her in the face, smiled, refurnished her face a little bit, and made sure she got a small flying trip out the door, and some of the furniture came flying after her. I don't know what happened, but I simply had enough of people attacking me because they assume I'm something evil because I don't live within the framework of what they do. And so they called me a witch. Well, they are the ones who are throwing and creating or practicing the witchcraft towards me. Something to think about. Okay, so frog. Many people, they hate it when I'm so open about why, but I have a memory about where I came from. Just like Matthias Di Stefano, I don't remember Atlantis, but I remember another place, which I call Astariel, and I remember this place too well. And every day I wake up, and I'm here. And this place, I know that the portal. And the funny thing is that I called myself a portal, and then I see something where he is doing the same thing. But the way to go back into that place before you were born, or into that kind of vibration, is going inside. But there are so many opinions on what happens, on what will happen, that, you know, when you're dead. So know this: when you die, when you get old, or when you know that you are going to die because of an accident or whatever it is, first of all, don't be afraid of death. Second of all, I'm not promoting suicide in any way. It is the most horrible mental illness or mental condition to have. It's horrible. At the same time, when you choose to go, or when it's chosen, when the contract is over, you need to vibrate correctly. You need to have a very high, peaceful vibration when you choose to go. Okay? So when you commit suicide and you are upset, you will not go back to that peaceful place that I was just talking to you about. No. So that was a little bit, a small lecture about witches and the fact that there are actually witches everywhere, male and female, and that we are abusing our vocabulary and witchcraft all the time by abusing the vocabulary and the things that we say and do. And this is why we need to protect ourselves. Frog hair symbolizes creativity. So it is something about the frog. Maybe it's French, maybe you know, French dinner, and it's all okay. Let's see if there is a slight solution here that you can, okay, so here we have small thieves in your life. And you let them, because you have wings. You are what they call an earth angel, maybe. You are so angelic, you have such high vibrations that, oh, let them just take it. Because there's, especially when they're a mouse, I will surely let them take it. I actually went into a fight like 3 weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. 2 guys tried to kill a mouse, and I tried to save it in India. The mouse, he was so afraid, running around like this, and I said, you don't have to kill him, can't you just scare him out and let him run away. And they went, no, they're destroying the crops, you know, and I'm like, you know, if people really truly see the world and Mother Earth for what it really is, you don't have to walk around and smack things like that. Because if someone needs to be smacked or deserves to be smacked on this planet, that's humanity, not mouse. Now, good news is that some of you have a sweet and spirits tell me to give you this also. There is someone around you. You need to be very careful for them. They are sly as fuck. Don't trust them. They are snakes. They show up here as foxes. Okay. There might be someone that you had an argument with recently that you need to be careful for. They are sending out vibrations that they are not good for you. You don't have to eat bad food to get sick. Sometimes people simply have to send out bad vibrations, say something nasty, and you get sick. This, however, is a wonderful card. It is a promise about abundance, something fun. So I suggest that you go somewhere and you put this world behind you and you reset your life and you become, you know, this is the coffin that we have in the Lenormand cards, okay? Death, symbolizing death. So I'm not saying literally commit suicide here. I say kill your ego, kill who you think you are. Watch the movie Samhadi. I'm going to say it again and again and again until the entire world get what that is about. And start a new life, become a new you, and reset the program where. And go and have fun, because whoever you used to be, you are no longer that. That is what someone told you that you are. Okay? So reset your life. So let's see if we have any angels here. There is something, some of you are artists, so you can find a lot of comfort in making beautiful pictures. And here we have the angel of death. What did I just talk to you about dying? This is the death angel of death, Azrael. So in this case, I'm not talking about obviously a physical death. Also, three of cups and 8 of cups. Remove yourself from what used to be. Go and have fun. Kill the false self, who you think you are, and connect with the observer, the watcher, who is behind the one you think you are. Okay. You have all my blessings. I love you so much, and take good care of yourself. Namaste. Catch you on the flip side.